I'm pretty excited. I'm going to stretch a bunch of canvas today because I'm going to do a new exciting new series of paintings, and it's going to be pretty cool. And there's nothing better than building up the frame, the stretcher strips for your canvases and getting things going. It's almost like a zen to me. I really enjoy just putting the boards together. I mean, a lot of people buy them and already pre-stretched and everything, but I like doing it myself. It gives me this real hands-on experience. You just don't get that when you just go to the store or buy them yourself. So, I like to buy the stretcher strips, and then I cut the canvas myself and staple it right onto the stretcher strips because it's very zen-like. It's kind of cool. It's like when I do a whole series, I'm cutting the canvas and I'm putting on there, and I'm actually thinking of each painting that I could possibly do as I'm creating new stretch pieces of works, pieces of canvases. So it's kind of like starting the whole process from the very beginning of like concept work. I really dig it. I like to try to break up my art days with a little exercise in between. There's nothing more important than actually moving. Like a lot of us out there, especially during this pandemic we've been living through, I haven't been taking the best care of myself. So I try to do a little bit of kettlebell swings and some stretches in the afternoons. Makes me actually focus quite a lot. And, that's what it's about. It's about being able to move, be able to focus, being pain-free, and being mentally fit to be able to create some pretty cool stuff. I often like to sketch my ideas on the canvas, directly on the canvas. Sometimes I do it from a sketchbook. I have been known to paint it directly without, sketching first and just block out paint. But lately I just tend to sketch the whole idea and concept with a pencil. Then I spray it with some hairspray so the pencil stays on there. And then I'm mixing my paint and just really going for it. So I'm working on a series. I already did the first painting of the series right here. It's this fairy with the spear and everything where she's kind of flying through, and you can kind of have a feeling like her hair's got roses on it and she's got a mask on. It's got like trees in the background and everything, but it's all very kind of abstract, expressionistic, because I don't want it to be in your face, there's all this detail. I want you to be able to sit there and get a feeling for it. And then maybe a day or so later, I never noticed that before. Because it's magical, right? So this whole magical area, this world, it's like the Longwoods, it's all the untimely forest. There's no time. Time works in its own fashion there, and this is like the in-between universe between our world and the magical universe. So there's normal people / magical people, semi-magical, full magical, whatever in this thing. And maybe there's a lot of battling going on. There's a lot of territorial disputes, and I have all this crazy world in my head, and I'm going to do a whole series of this. And this is going to be the second one. I don't know if you can see it on the camera right now. But, it's just going to have kind of like a, little mask on here. Also roses in her head. It's got a sword here. There'd be guys drinking tea and Mad Hatter hats. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland meets the Lord of the Rings. Battle time. It's all about the battle. Now, I like it. It's kind of fun, so just playing with my fantasy, letting the whole idea expand, Maybe eventually I can paint world scenes, sceneries and stuff like that. And, right now I'm going to start with some portraiture, and I think it's gonna be fun. Something different, something I'm kind of excited about. I know I sound like I'm 10, but you know, who doesn't like fairies and magic lands and elves and, you know, stuff like that. You know, battle axes. It's kind of cool. All right. I love to start with an undertone, you know. Burnt sienna, I use it quite often just to give a warm feeling, and then after laying the color down, I really try to get the whole feeling of, you know, the forest, the magical forest with the trees and the sun, and, you know, how these creatures would be flying through it. And I, you know, start reducing color, you know, actually wiping it down and trying to bring out the highlights in the face and, you know, the sword, the neck, the body, basically getting the first feeling of, you know, pulling out the woman from the canvas. It's pretty fun. It's an exciting time for me. Hope you enjoy it. Go in as soon as possible with the thick, you know, colors. Really, with the impasto with the knife and working directly with the knife after I've finished blocking out the colors. The thing about it is you have to commit to it, so you have to really make sure you have, like, you know, a good 6-7 hours to really just sit there and paint, because, you know, if you wait like a day or two afterwards, you know, if you're painting and really, you know, thin layers of oils, you could always paint over top of it. But if you're painting so thick, where some of the thickness is almost like a 1/2 inch thick, it starts drying actually rather quick. That means it doesn't move around as smoothly as it did before, so you have to really work fast. And this is what's scary and exciting about the process. Truly enjoy when there's a feeling of movement in the work, you know, with these swirls coming around, and it feels like she's like moving as not standing still. To me, that's really exciting. This is like the moment I think, okay, the painting is really coming together. So it doesn't look like it's a stopped moment in time. It really looks like it's a moment of like an instant where things are all happening at once and she's off. Love it. It's pretty exciting. so I really believe I'm going to talk a little bit more about the feeling I have here, you know, what I'm trying to express, and I think what's really important for me is in this thick color is the feeling, you know, the emotional. It's almost expressionistic, right? It's like there's a feeling of like movement, of power. This one over here came out, I like this one a lot right now. It's probably one of my favorite paintings right now. It's got a nice, good light points on it. You know, it's flat but round at the same time, if that makes sense. It's kind of cool because I put in these heavy black lines. It makes it almost flat, but the light colors playing against the dark colors make it almost look three-dimensional. And if you look really close, some of these, this paint is like so thick. So it's kind of fun.